Working with OpenText ACDI. Reporting Basics. Second video in the Working with OpenText ACDI series. In this video, we will show you how to use ACDI reports to audit and monitor data and events in your directory. Let's start from the very beginning. By default, ACDI contains a list of predefined default reports, which are used to create tables with statistics data or to audit upcoming events. Reports may be searched either by tags or by name. Let's start with the simplest report, Users Report. Namely, the OpenText Identity Manager Users Report. This report is based on the snapshot data stored in a system. Every day or by using cron, the snapshot service makes a snapshot of your eDirectory and stores the state of objects in OpenSearch to parse through it using ACDI. This report contains only one entity which is based on those snapshots, report default. On the report graph you can see this entity, its filters, and result attributes we'll get in the final report. Filters, result table attributes and post-processing. To these options of report editing we will get back a bit later in upcoming videos. Now, let's go back to the reports. Okay, now we will take a look at the OpenText Identity Manager Audit User Report. This report will allow you to create reports that show the current states of your user objects in the selected period of time. Let's assume you want to set it for a snapshot from the previous week. You can use here either absolute or relative date pickers. Let's choose 7 days ago. And you also want to see values for the user with surname ACHTER. The user is found, and you can use other filters here and narrow down the search results. Let's click Run. Here you can see that during the selected period, this user has the following attributes. You can export report results into CSV, XLSX, or PDF format, which is extremely convenient. The next step is to download the file so that you can later process the data using external applications. Additionally, reports can be scheduled to be created when you need them. Here are the filters you selected at the previous step, last name and date time range. Now you need to define the scheduler to enable the scheduled report creation and select if you want the report to be sent via email or be saved on a local machine. The default cron expression you see here means that on the first day of each month at 4 minutes past midnight, a report will be created in the CSV format. You can select the format here, and also define emails to which this report will be sent. Save the settings, and the expert service will create this report and send it to you monthly. Let's look at a more complex report like the group membership report. This report contains two entities: group and person, which are linked using member and DN. DN for a user, member for a group. With the help of the report graph, you can easily visualize connections. There is also a mandatory attribute for groups. This means that additionally for the default filter, object class, group of names, objects that don't have a value from the attribute, member, will be filtered out. Let's look how it works. Let's filter the reports with the help of the keyword, membership. Here it is, the NetIQ Group Membership Report. In this list and this search, you will get only groups that have at least one member. The filter can be customized though. You can define the search options and select, for instance, the search by regular expressions. Here are also other options like case sensitive, show duplicates, or you can disable the filtering using mandatory attributes. Let's look how the link between two entities works. There are some filters for the group entity, and some filters for the person entity. Let's assume you want to check a group with administrators. Here you see that there is a group with the CN administrators. Here is the container. After the filters are selected and applied, you can see that the application impacted the person entities. There is also only one group matching filters we selected, and 3 people, which means that this group has 3 members. Let's run this report. Here you can see the information about group and all its members. Additionally, secondary entities can be enriched by some additional attributes. Not only DN, as it's by default set in the member attribute of groups, but some additional information about members. It's defined in the Result Table Attributes submenu. If a group has many members, you can improve readability by displaying one row per member. This flat report view, shown in the video, can be enabled using the switcher here. Let's see how the report will look like if we disable the flat format. So now you have the data in the default format. 2 previous reports were based on the data from snapshots. However, ACDI also contains reports based on audit events. Let's check a few of them and go through a real use case. Let's use NetIQ Audit Users Report. You can see that time picker is set to go through events during the last 7 days. Let's imagine that yesterday one of your employees with the last name, Actor, lost access to their account. It's possible to filter by surname, and also by first name to narrow down the search. And here you see that during the last week, there were 2 changes for this user. Let's investigate. Here we can see that on the exact date, someone changed the attribute login disabled to true. And the report shows that the modifier of the incorrect event was a user with the CNI Vault server. This report will help you with further investigation when you will look for the detailed information about the modifier, why and how this person got access and authorization to make changes for your users. In the next video, we will take a close look at Time Machine. Thank you for your attention. Have a good one.